Hey everybody, I'm Razmere, and this is my lovely assistant.
Hi everyone! So Razmere, you already talked about your favorite anime. What about the Western cartoons?
That's a very good question, my lovely assistant. I think you know what this calls for.
What?
It calls for a top 5!
Yay!
Are you ready?
Ready!
Let's do this.
Number 5.
The Boondocks. Yes, probably one of my favorite social satires. Two boys and their granddad move from the big bustling city into the quiet suburbs, and hilarity ensues. The show derives most of its comedy from black people who make fun of, well, other black people. Going on about how gay and ridiculous rap can get, and even going as far as to say that the Black Entertainment Television Network, BET, is pure evil. This show sports some slick animation, which really shows in some of the awesome-tastic random moments of kung fu fighting action, and some smooth voice work that really shines in some of the hilarious dialogue. The only problem I have with this show is some of the mature content. Not that I mind, but if you've got blood, gore, every bad word ever uttered in the English language, male nudity, but no female nudity, what's up with that? I've seen Granddad's ugly junk in the shower, but they won't show us a hot naked girl? Something doesn't seem right here.
Nigga, you gay.
But despite that, this is still a pretty hilarious show that you should definitely check out. Either go watch it on Adult Swim or pick up the DVDs. That way, we just might get a season 3.
Number 4, number 4, number 4.
Anything Steven Spielberg ever touched. Tiny Toons Adventures, which was a show about the next generation of Bugs Bunny characters. Animaniacs, the show that introduced a generation to Hello Nurse. Pinky and the Brain, 2 lab mice bent on world domination.
Of course!
And Freakazoid, my favorite of the bunch. A superhero who is perhaps more insane than the evil villains he fights. What's not to love? Heck, what's not to love about any of these shows? They were funny, they were well animated, and they were even educational. Not only did I love them, but so did Steven Spielberg himself, even going as far as to make him do crossover events every couple episodes. It was brilliant, it was hilarious. The only thing that's really considered a downside about these shows is that they were all made in the 90s, so any and all pop culture references have long since expired. However, don't let that distract you. The rest of the stories and jokes are all still hilarious. Since Saturday morning cartoon lineups are now kinda dead, I highly recommend you go pick up these DVDs. They'll make a great gift to your kids or your younger siblings or your cousins. Trust me, these shows were great for both kids and adults. You won't regret it.
Number 3, number 3, number 3.
Spectacular SpiderMan. I know, I complain a lot about how the comics have gone downhill recently and about how the 3rd movie was a huge disappointment. But this cartoon has everything that I love about the webhead. It's a funny, action-packed good time for Spidey fans of all ages, with epic moments of drama and that classic Spidey wit. The episodes all have a high level of continuity and flow seamlessly from one epic story arc to the other. However, the episodes all manage to stand on their own, so if you miss one, it's not the end of the world. The source material is treated with great reverence and respect, and the show even pays homage to the classic Spidey moments in the comic that we remember reading all those years ago. But the show isn't afraid to try new things, like doing what I once considered the impossible, making the Sandman a cool, legitimate villain. They even managed to get the romantic elements right, like the love triangles of Peter Parker, Mary Jane, Harry Osborn, Liz Allen, Flash Thompson, and Gwen Stacy. Yeah, Gwen Stacy. Speaking of Gwen, hey, excuse me? Who's ever writing the show? Can Gwen Stacy live this time? I mean, I know in the comic book she's died more times than Kenny from South Park, but just this once, can't she live a long, fruitful, happy life? You know, without dying horrible, painful, agonizing death? Just this one time, please? Well, you know what? I just might get my wish, unfortunately. Seeing as how Season 2 ended in a bit of a cliffhanger and lots of loose ends, there's, well, no word yet on Season 3. It's in huge hiatus and we might not even get it. But hey, you know what? Now that Disney owns Marvel, maybe they'll throw Spectacular Spider-Man some of that Mickey money. I mean, come on, Disney. With great power comes great responsibility. And now that you have the power of Marvel at your hands, you got the responsibility of giving me and all the other fans a third season that wraps everything up. You know, quite frankly, if this show would have had another few seasons, it could have easily been my #1 pick. But, oh well, this is still a great series that I highly recommend any comic book superhero fan checking out.